Send button.
Hi, hello, namaste. This is Ramarao. You're watching Ramarao Damaraju YouTube channel. Please do subscribe my channel, like, comment, and share. Friends, with the help of Humanity Organization, I am giving information regarding groups in my channel. I thank Humanity Organization for giving me this opportunity to post these kind of videos in my channel. Thank you so much. If I talk about Humanity Organization, they are working for visual impaired persons. They are doing in 13 countries across the world. They are providing scribes for visual impaired. They are giving audio materials. They are giving study materials. They can provide you in any language like English, Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam, etc. with free of cost. They are not even expecting single paisa. So friends, encourage Humanity Organization and also my channel. Do subscribe my channel, like, comment, share. Thank you.
Send.
Chapter 2 Inside Our Earth. The Earth, our homeland, is a dynamic planet. It is constantly undergoing changes inside and outside. Have you ever wondered what lies in the interior of the Earth? What is the Earth made up of? Interior of the Earth. Just like an onion, the Earth is made up of several concentric layers with one inside another. The uppermost layer over the Earth's surface is called the crust. It is the thinnest of all layers. It is about 35 kilometers on the continental masses and only 5 kilometers on the ocean floors. The main mineral constituents of the continental mass are silica and alumina. It is thus called Sial, S-I-A-L. Si for silica and Al for alumina. The oceanic crust mainly consists of silica and magnesium. It is therefore called SIMA, S-I-M-A. Si for silica and Ma for magnesium. Just beneath the crust is the mantle, which extends up to a depth of 2,900 kilometers below the crust, 2900. The innermost layer is the core with a radius of about 3,500 kilometers, 3500. It is mainly made up of nickel and iron, and it is called NIF, N-I-F-E. Ni for nickel and Fe for ferrous, which means iron. The central core has very high temperature and pressure. Do you know? Point number 1. The deepest mine in the world is in South Africa. It is about 4 kilometers deep. In search for oil, engineers have dug a hole of about 6 kilometers deep. Point number 2. To reach to the center of the earth, which is not possible, you will have to dig a hole 6,000 kilometers deep on the ocean floor. 6,000 kilometers. Point number 3. The crust forms only 1% of the volume of the Earth. 84% consist of the mantle and 15% makes up the core. Point number 4. The radius of the Earth is 6,371 kilometers. 6371 kilometers. Rocks and minerals. The Earth's crust is made up of various types of rocks. Any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the Earth's crust is called a rock. Rocks can be of different color, size, and texture. There are 3 major types of rocks: igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. When the molten magma cools, it becomes solid. Rocks thus formed are called igneous rocks. Igneous, igneous rocks. They are also called primary rocks. There are 2 types of igneous rocks: intrusive rocks and extrusive rocks. Can you imagine lava coming out from the volcanoes? Lava is actually fiery red molten magma coming out from the interior of the Earth on its surface. When this molten lava comes on the Earth's surface, it rapidly cools down and becomes solid. Rocks formed in such a way on the crust are called extrusive igneous rocks. They have a very fine-grained structure. For example, basalt, B-A-S-A-L-T. The Deccan Plateau is made up of basalt rocks. Sometimes the molten magma cools down deep inside the Earth's crust. Solid rocks so found are called intrusive igneous rocks. Since they cool down slowly, they form large grains. Granite is an example of such a rock. Grinding stones used to prepare paste, powders of spices, and grains are made up of granite. Rocks roll down, crack, and hit each other and are broken down into small fragments. These smaller particles are called sediments. These sediments are transported and deposited by wind, water, etc. These loose sediments are compressed and hardened to form layers of rocks. These type of rocks are called sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary, sedimentary rocks. For example, sandstone is made up of grains of sand. These rocks may also contain fossils of plants, animals, and other microorganisms that once lived on them. Igneous and sedimentary rocks can change into metamorphic rocks under great heat and pressure. For example, clay changes into slate and limestone into marble. Rocks are very useful to us. The hard rocks are used for making roads, houses, and buildings. You can use stones in many games. For example, 7 stones, also known as pittu, hopscotch, also known as stapu or kit-kit, 5 stones, also known as gitti. Find out some more such games by asking your grandparents, parents, and neighbors, etc. You will be surprised to know that one type of rock changes to another type under certain conditions in a cyclic manner. This process of transformation of the rock from one to another is known as the rock cycle. ROCKCYCLE, rock cycle. You have already learned when the molten magma cools, it solidifies to become igneous rock. These igneous rocks are broken down into small particles that are transported and deposited to form sedimentary rocks. When the igneous and sedimentary rocks are subjected to heat and pressure, they change into metamorphic rocks. The metamorphic rocks, which are still under great heat and pressure, melt down to form molten magma. This molten magma again can cool down and solidify into igneous rocks. Rocks are made up of different minerals. Minerals are naturally occurring substances which have certain physical properties and definite chemical compositions. Minerals are very important to humankind. Some are used as fuels, for example, coal, natural gas, and petroleum. They are also used in industries, iron, aluminium, gold, uranium, etc., in medicine, in fertilizers, etc. Exercises. First, answer the following questions. Number 1. What are the 3 layers of the earth? Number 2. What is a rock? Number 3. Name 3 types of rocks. Number 4. How are extrusive and intrusive rocks formed? Number 5. What do you mean by a rock cycle? Point number 6. What are the uses of rocks? Number 7. What are metamorphic rocks? Sub-question 2. Tick the correct answer. Sub-question 2, point number 1. The rock which is made up of molten magma is A. Igneous, B. Sedimentary, or C. Metamorphic. Point number 2, subsection 2. The innermost layer of the earth is A. Crust, B. Core, or C. Mantle. 2.3. Gold, petroleum, and coal are examples of A. Rocks, B. Minerals, or C. Fossils. 2.4. Rocks which contain fossils are A. Sedimentary rocks, B. Metamorphic rocks, or C. Igneous rocks. 2.5. The thinnest layer of the earth is A. Crust, B. Mantle, or C. Core. Sub-question number 3. Match the following. On one side it is core, minerals, rocks, clay, and seal. I repeat, core, minerals, rocks, clay, seal. On the other column, for match the following, we have A. Earth surface, B. Used for roads and buildings, C. Made up of silicon and alumina, D. has definite chemical composition. E. Innermost layer. F. Changes into slate. Or G. Process of transformation of the rock. Question number 4. Give reasons. 4.1. We cannot go to the center of the earth. Question number 4. Give reason. Subsection 2. Sedimentary rocks are formed from sediments. 4.3. Limestone is changed into marble. Question 5. For fun. What are the minerals most commonly used in the following objects? Question 2. Identify some more objects made up of different minerals. There is a picture drawn in that there is a karhai, which is Karhai, which is made up of a metal. There is a pan or a tawa, which is also made up of a metal. There is a bell, Bell. There is a hammer. Then there is a lamp, and there are some ornaments. End of chapter.